You're invited to imagine what's next. What the next view you wake up to will be. Where your next adventures will start from. Your perfect space to entertain. And your sanctuary to unwind in. As you begin to imagine your new place, we'll be here to help you find it. Because nothing compares to what's next. Sotheby'sRealty.com.
As we come to the close of 2023 and head into a brand new year with new hopes and dreams, on the Urban Agenda, we wrap the year with some of the most inspirational stories we have captured on the show. Inspire India is a space we have dedicated to highlighting stories of ordinary citizens and NGOs that are working tirelessly to make our cities better. We lead with the exceptional work done by Project Mumbai, a not-for-profit collaborative effort between citizens and city administrators. Now, Project Mumbai is on a mission to make Mumbai a better city to live, work and play. Here's one example of how they tackle the growing problem of plastic waste in India's financial capital.
In Mumbai, a group of 37 citizens joined hands to create a large community-based mission of recycling plastic. This is Project Mumbai.
It's more about how do you inculcate life skill changes in you, because we personally believe that it's not about donating plastic waste, it's about understanding waste, and that's where we have brought Recyclathon to. We've been able to do that through awareness sessions, speaking to schools, children, taking sessions with colleges, housing societies, onboarding senior citizens.
Much before they secured a place in the Limca Book of Records, Project Mumbai has been engaged in plastic waste donation and collection ever since the ban on single-use plastic.
The Limca Book of Record was in 2019. That was the second year of Recyclathon. We were still doing a door-to-door pickup where individual used to register with us and we used to have a pickup from the doorstep. So that was for the first time that in a day 1.25 lakhs of people in Mumbai came forward to donate plastic.
The initiative has touched a chord with Mumbaikars, as volunteers have not only become active collectors of plastic waste, but have also transformed their homes into drop-off hubs, inspiring others to join the cause.
My students, in fact, have been my inspiration to take on this. I saw a sewage guy who was actually coming out from a manhole and he actually dug up a lot of debris. And the 90% of the debris that he actually collected was plastic.
This plastic menace that we see everywhere used to really make me feel very bad.
A broken water bucket, a twisted plastic chair, used plastic cutlery, etc. make it to the Recyclathon every month. And these are returned back into the life cycle of plastic products as compass boxes, pens, benches, t-shirts and waste bins, all made from waste plastic.
Our next step also is to create an entire garden which will be made out of recycled plastic. The walking track where people take a walk will be made out of recycled plastic. The idea is not just to make items but to tell people that the plastic that has been used is from recycled material and this is the same one which you would have otherwise thrown and it would have gone to a landfill and it would have perished all of us. So if you want to have a better future and ensure that your plastic doesn't go into a landfill, give to the Mumbai Plastic Recyclathon.
We are in the thick of the wedding season here in India. Take a look at this wonderful story of two committed women in Bangalore who decided to go plastic free for the wedding of their children. To see how we can make our weddings the most joyful occasion more responsible, take a leaf from this book.
When Anupama Harish's son wanted to get married, her deal breaker was a plastic-free wedding. This Bengaluru resident has always been an environmental warrior, and she had 3 months to put together a clean, green marriage function.
We keep telling people to reduce plastic and everything, so it was like a challenge for me that I am telling everybody, so my son's wedding has to be, minimum plastic as much, and disposables we were like 100% sure that we won't have even one. So I knew all along that when there is a wedding, it will be no disposables and as less plastics as possible.
The bride's family was quick to resonate with Anupama's cause. The two mothers who love composting, reducing kitchen waste and tending to their garden put their heads together and looked at reusable cutlery, old butter paper to wrap gifts. They also used banana leaves for serving food, which was later used as fodder for cows. They made sure that there was no plastic decoration in the wedding.
We were more than happy, to go ahead with this, and especially when Anupama said, she will look after all the coordination for this, because being on the bride side, I will have a lot of work to do. It was like we were more than happy to go ahead with this.
Anupama took the help of SWMRT, a collective that works on adopting sustainable waste management practices.
Having done a wedding where a bride would call me and ask me how her wedding can be eco-friendly. What I say is there are a lot of youth, young bride and bridegrooms want a green wedding, and that is a very encouraging sign. And from that angle, I had done earlier weddings were more about the bride or bridegroom calling, and here is a mother who wants to make her son's wedding eco-friendly.
More often than not, the couple tying the knot or the immediate families may remain passionate about protecting the environment throughout the ceremony. But when it comes to managing relatives and friends, they may drop the ball.
Some of them would say, people will say something, steel cups will not be clean and things like that. But then it was a non-negotiable thing, like how Anupama said.
What would have otherwise cost them rupees 1 lakh for paper plates, plastic spoons, water bottles and more, ended up with just rupees 30,000 spent on steel cutlery. And with a person like Anupama who carries a steel cup to buy ice cream for her children, their wedding was a litmus test.
Like I'm saying, my reputation precedes me, so people knew that it was like I was being watched, So it was my friends were like, let's see what you do, all of them, because I give everybody hell for using disposables and, unnecessarily getting mineral water bottles. So I was like, I knew what I had to do. So it was e-invite, basically.
It was a simple message that they wanted to convey through this wedding. Build awareness on plastic waste. And charity to environment begins at home.
According to media reports, an Indian wedding on an average results in at least around 200 to 300 kilograms of food waste. Bengaluru reportedly produces at least 5,600 tons of waste every single day. If one single wedding can make a marked difference, then the landfills will thank all heavens. With camera person Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
When it comes to tackling the mountains of waste in our urban centres, every bit counts. Let's move on to our next Inspire India. IAmGurgaon, a citizen-led initiative which shows us how citizens can come together to preserve the fast disappearing green lungs, the forest covers. A group of determined corporate women leaders decided to turn a 380-acre abandoned mining site in Delhi-NCR into a thriving biodiversity park, which is a rare green lung that the city gasping for clean air desperately needs.
National Capital Region, gasping for a breath of clean air, has one thing to thank for: IAmGurgaon, a citizen-led initiative dedicated to creating a green lung space in a rapidly concretizing millennium city.
Okay, so IAmGurgaon came about in March 2009. Saw the situation, how the city was developing. Air pollution was rising already. Construction was happening without any planning. There was no sewage system. So instead of just understanding and just cribbing about all of this, what is it that we as citizens want to give back to our own city?
14 years ago, Latika Tukral and Swanzal Kapoor, along with 6 spirited women leaders from the corporate world, formed IAmGurgaon and roped in ecologist Vijay Dhasmana to rewild a 380-acre abandoned mining site at the edge of Gurgaon. Today, this city forest is called the Aravali Biodiversity Park and has been declared as India's first other effective area-based conservation measures or OECM site.
I think the first biggest challenge was the vision to bring the Aravali forest back into the city. Second big challenge was to get the administration to sign up for something like this. For me, I think this was the biggest road, mindset change that was important in this journey of ecological restoration.
In the last 14 years since IAmGurgaon's formation, the NGO has grown from just 8 members to thousands of volunteers today with 19 supervisors, 126 gardeners, 3 recycling units and many large restoration projects under their green belt.
I think we've done, so our first project was the Aravali Biodiversity Park, followed by the Wazirabad Bandh, which was a 5-kilometer trail. Then the Sikandarpur Wetland Restoration, which was the third project. The Badshapur Bandh, which was the fourth. And then we have the Aravali Nagar Bandh and the Ghata Bandh. So that's a total of 6 projects.
It will take us 1 or 2 years or maybe more. And the next level of plantation is starting. And the third level will be the interventions to create this space for public to use.
It costs them around rupees 600 to maintain a tree for 3 years, and with each penny invested into their sites, IAmGurgaon has impacted the city to a great extent through corporate and individual funding.
We have worked with IAmGurgaon, as we said, from 2009, and we have been involved in 2 projects, basically Plant a Million Trees Gurgaon, and another project is the restoration of the Ghata Bandh. The jetpack purpose of the Corporate Social Responsibility Program focuses on creating a better world for the communities in which we live and work. Our volunteers have planted with IAmGurgaon 87,000 trees. IAmGurgaon has been able to look after our volunteers and enable them to come and plant trees. That was a big factor. And also the survivability of the trees and saplings by IAmGurgaon is above 90%.
We got this CERE certification actually, which was, I think it was 44,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide sequestered across 224,000 trees. So that's a statistic. And also that this Aravali Biodiversity Park accounts for almost 7.07% of oxygen in the Delhi-NCR area.
Don't go anywhere just yet. We have some more of the beautiful stories to wrap the year with and be inspired by.
You're invited to imagine what's next. What the next view you wake up to will be. Where your next adventures will start from. Your perfect space to entertain. And your sanctuary to unwind in. As you begin to imagine your new place, we'll be here to help you find it. Because nothing compares to what's next. Sotheby'sRealty.com